Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We got Clyde Mays Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Boom!
It's new.
Brand.
Let's test it.
Test it! All right, Scott, what do we got? What is it?
I'm Scott.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
Bart.
Yeah, we just said we're going to make sure we introduce.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of the show is a serious whiskey review, a lot of whimsy. We're dumb. That'll show through, but it's as if you are joining us right here for the tasting.
Yes.
Bam. Boom.
Now, one of the first comments something we wanted to talk about right off. And I should have pulled it up. We had a comment come in.
Right. This will not be based on the whiskey yet.
No.
We're going to get to it.
Now, this commenter was upset and thought because we'd gotten in some glasses.
Boom.
And we were kind of reviewing the glasses along with the Scotch.
Riedel glasses.
Riedel glasses.
A lot of Riedel. We had a load of Riedel arrived.
And so, well, let's play. I'll insert the clip right now that he's referring to. Right now. So you're going to watch that.
We got our Riedel glasses, our spirit glasses we're using again. We've kind of taken to these.
Okay, so that was what we said in that video that drew the ire of this commenter.
Ire.
That we should not, or
Right.
we need to quit with the glasses already.
Right. And there'd been a separate comment like, when's the new glass review show coming out?
Yes. So we're done.
Right. But
No more.
no more Riedel?
Nope. Don't say it.
Riedel? Like Riedel. Riedel. First of all, it's fun to say.
We're not doing the glasses.
What if I just say Riedel? It could
No.
be like, we know Mr. Riedel.
Don't say it.
Don't say Riedel?
Don't say Riedel.
How many times? If I say Riedel and glassware, should we talk about dishwashers and how glassware holds
No.
up in a dishwasher?
No.
Should you use a Bosch dishwasher with your Riedel since it's from Austria?
Bosch is from Austria.
Bosch is German, but Riedel's
Okay.
from Austria, so they're kind of cousins. They're kin.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Riedel?
1,500 washes with Riedel.
But that brings to mind something else, doesn't it?
Well, we also have...
Speaking of,
Yeah, 5 o'clock rock, baby. So if
we got
you-
more
Yeah,
glasses.
if you didn't get enough of the glassware review with the Riedel, we're bringing you some 5 o'clock rocks. And not just one type of 5 o'clock rocks. We're bringing you this is like an ensconcement of glass.
Not
An
today.
Ensconcement, yeah.
Not today.
Yeah, we're going to be talking
No.
about the 12-ounce 5 o'clock rock, which has this cool pyramid shape, and it grips your hand. You can't drop this bad
Now,
boy.
I actually see water. You did not wash that in the Bosch because
Right.
I see water spots on it.
Sorry, I hand washed it. I did dry it. Maybe I didn't dry it well enough. Then we've got the which one is this? The 8-ounce Rocks glass.
Rocks glasses are some of my favorites.
They are. He enjoys them, and they've got this is the 11-ounce, I believe. Yeah, 11-ounce Rocks glass, and then
Nice.
this is the box for this 12-ounce deal. So we're going to get into that.
12 ounce. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, this
look
is
at those.
12 ounces. This is crazy huge.
All right.
And you're right, there
Now-
are some watermarks on there.
Here's my take, Bart, is that, no, I mean, we do want to do whiskey reviews, but I don't mind reviewing accessories and stuff,
Right.
bringing more to our fans.
Well, first of all, I'm pretty critical on accessories. To be quite honest with you, I don't like a lot of accessories, but I actually love different glasses.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And
we'll do rocks. Lagavulin talked about sending us some of their, or not Lagavulin, Lefroy was going to send us rocks as like a promo gift for the viewers. By the way, before I go any further, 5 o'clock rocks has agreed to give one of these to a viewer. We're going to have a contest on that.
Okay.
So you'll be able to select, and these are in pairs, you'll be able to select the 8-ounce rock, the 11, or even this full 12-ounce. And they'll ship directly to you, and we'll talk more about the contest in a little bit. But I think one of the things we've been contacted by a lot of folks, some of which we turned down, saying, hey, will you review X or will you take a look at Y? Sometimes we say no. If it's not to do with whiskey, we won't bring it on.
Yeah.
I think glassware, I'm a little bit of a geek, a nerd, and I actually love different glassware for my whiskey. Sorry.
Well, my point is there's different options, and maybe some people don't think there are. And it just, if we can look at something, that Riedel Spirits glass, I liked. I've been using it at home.
Well, and I think what might have happened is we each off a Kickstarter got the Norland glass.
Yes.
And I think maybe a few folks from other glass companies saw that and thought, wow, we need to send them our glasses. And when they got a hold of us, I was like, yeah, send it. And then, of course, we ran into the Riedel rep, Riedel.
Enough with the glasses on.
Yeah, enough. Ugh. What is this, a review? We do have a lot going on, though, because what are these toppers sitting on top of this?
Well, let's go real quick because let's get to the whiskey.
We got to get into the whiskey.
We just got, to go along with the Glencairns that we sell that help support us, what you call a challenge coin, or these are ceramic, so they're also known as poker chips.
Right.
With our logos on them and some of our sayings. It's got Scotch it, you Scotch gods, test it, Cilantro Dummies, and is it worth it on there. And then on the side we've got cask number 1 and Scotch test dummies. Now the cask number 1 means this is the first run of these that we've done.
We did 250.
So the next one that we do will probably alter up the design a little bit. It'll be cask 2, and they're also serial numbered. Yeah,
right.
These are up to 250, and then the next one maybe we'll do 500. Right. So each batch will be different and different numbers out there. But you can order those on ScotchTestDummies.com, and they also double as a glass topper for your Glencairn.
They're kind of neat, so they're a good talking piece. It'll fit on the Glencairn. I can tell you right now, the 5 o'clock rocks, 12 ounce, it'll fall in.
Don't put it on the rocks glasses. So.
Yeah, it won't fit a rocks glass. Even this fluted 12-ounce one, and we'll come back to those in a bit. But let's get into this whiskey since we're here. Did I tell you I felt like I met Clyde Mays myself, or Clyde May? I know it's Clyde May's whiskey.
Yeah.
Somebody was mocking me.
You called me all excited because you'd gotten an email from Clyde May wanting to know if we wanted to try his bourbon.
Yeah, they reached out to us, and for some reason I'm thinking Clyde's a real dude. It was in the subject line.
Yeah. And you told me at first I was talking to Clyde in the emails, and then this Lauren person took over. So you were like, I don't know what the deal is there.
I'm dumb. It's so dumb. Why in the world? And then I went and read them, and I realized I was talking to Lauren. Always. Always Lauren. I wasn't reading down to the signature block. I was just like, and my emails back were like, Clyde, we would love to try some of your whiskey, Clyde. And then he's like, you're a dork. You're dumb. Why are you calling Lauren Clyde? I'm like, what are you talking about? I go, there was a switch off? What happened? He's like, He goes, Clyde's just the name. Lauren's who you've been talking to. And we don't know if Lauren's a man or a woman.
No.
I don't know if it matters.
No.
What do you got on the nose?
Okay, well first, so this is Clyde May's just started. This is the straight bourbon whiskey. They have a couple new ones out. This is a new addition to their line, as well as a cask strength whiskey. Now, they started what's known as Alabama style whiskey. And Alabama style whiskey is basically dried apples have been added to the barrel as the whiskey's aged.
Really?
Yes.
But this individual bottle is not Alabama
style. This one does not indicate. The other 3 bottles that I'm looking at from their pamphlet that they sent out all say Alabama style whiskey. This one does not, and it does say straight bourbon whiskey.
Right.
So if it's got straight bourbon whiskey, so it's got to apply by the straight bourbon rules.
Yeah.
So can they add stuff to straight bourbon?
Cannot.
Okay.
2 years in the cask. Can't have anything added to it if you're going to call it straight bourbon. At least 51% corn. I love they got a little note on the back of this tag. It got like a 93 at the 2016 Ultimate Spirits Challenge, but check this out. This pretty much catches all. Best sipped neat, comma, on the rocks or in a carefully crafted cocktail with integrity. That's almost everything, really.
That's about it.
I mean, everything, but I guess no Coke, but it can go in about everything. So, first thing I'm going to tell you, I love this nose.
Yes. Now, I'll tell you, I got a little bit of a rye on the nose. I get the oak, a little bit of cinnamon. Now, this is the weirdest note I've ever gotten at one point. I'm going to tell you.
Do it.
You ever eat raw cauliflower or raw broccoli or together, and then you burp it?
Oh, Lordy, no. What are you talking about?
I got that a time or two. Not bad. I mean, not bad, but I was like, what is that? And I was like, that really smelled like raw cauliflower or raw broccoli.
Because I get brown sugar, and I get these wonderful spices that are layered in there. And then I get like I don't know, I want to say a fruit cake. It's almost like a warm fruit cake that's just come out of the oven. But the brown sugar sweetness floats on the top.
Nutmeg.
Yeah.
I'm going, and this is the first
The
time that I've
spices.
seen the 5 o'clock. What's this one called? The 5 o'clock rocks? Is this the 12 ounce?
Yeah,
whiskey
this is
glass?
the 12-ounce whiskey glass. Yeah, that's all they call it, is the 5 o'clock rocks 12 ounce. I love the look, and I love the way that one actually feels real good in your hand. The way your fingers split the kind of the crest of the bottom of the glass. But this just has a wonderful aroma. I mean, right off the bat, it's a unique aroma for a bourbon, and it's got a lot of really layered complexity right in the nose. I love nosing this. I'm going to tell you, there's some bourbons, you know, I get a little something, but not as much as I get off of a Scotch. And this one, I'm getting a lot of wonderful things in the nose.
Nutmeg.
I mean, the sweetness and the spices just really carries through on the nose. Just really, really carries through.
The taste, neat. It's very smooth, a very warming mouthfeel. Did we cover this is 92 proof? 92%? Yes. 92 proof, so 45.5%. 46%. Can't even think.
Right, brings in a great, we both like those slightly higher ABVs.
I do get some slight rye notes, probably from there's got to be a little bit of rye in the mash bill, I would imagine. A nice caramel cream, and then those holiday spices, the cinnamon, the nutmeg.
Yeah, this feels like a Christmas bourbon to me. I mean, it really does. You're right, there's a creamy mouthfeel, creamy mouthfeel at the beginning. It moves into those spice layers that I'm going to come back to. I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. And on the aftertaste drops off pretty quick, pretty sharp. But it leaves a toffiness.
Gingerbread.
I don't know if I got that, but I can see how you could. I get a little toffiness at the end, but it drops off steep. This isn't something, at least for me, that carries a whole lot of lingering aftertaste, which is fine.
Let me get into, I've got my notes with my water, and I'll tell you, I just added my water here, but in my notes when I tasted it, a little bit of a pepper spice came out when I added my water. Still stayed what I've got wonderfully smooth. Just a nice creaminess. Still.
Yeah, we're communicating well today. A lot of enunciation. It's all the Riedel stuff we were saying.
Riedel.
Right. Did I say Riedel?
5 o'clocks. Some of the oak is coming out, and I get what I think is a little bit of a sour mash as well. I don't know. Maybe it's some of the wood or the oak, but there's something that's just a little bit of that sour mash type.
Right, because when I add a drop of water, I get a little bit of what I call like a muskiness, which sometimes I will get with a sour mash. Sour mash is where they'll take some of the prior and they'll put it into the new batch, keeping that yeast strain alive. So yeah, I get a little feel of that. It's got a warmth on the nose that is kind of brings you that warm, comforting feeling. Not overly No real nose burn. But I think I like the nose a little bit better neat.
And finishing up on my notes anyway, vanilla bean and peach cobbler. Bring out something just more of those kitchen spices, a little bit of that fruit, probably peach, apricot.
Yeah, I get a real nice fruit underlay. Not vandalay, but underlay.
Art vandalay?
Yes. Importer.
That's right.
Exporter. Sorry, we Seinfelded there for a moment.
You don't say it.
Oh.
You didn't have to say it. We're going to leave them to comment.
Never
You won't
mind.
go, oh, that's Seinfeld.
Boom.
Seinfeld reference.
Bam. Huh. You know what else I like? And it goes, I mean, I know it's marketing, but I really like this bottle style. It's got like a little movie reel thing, almost like there's a negative that's in here. And then all the information on here just has a definitely, I mean, I know I think they're trying to reference like that retro Prohibition era, and it brings that feel through.
I'm actually gonna, and again, full disclosure, this bottle was sent to us.
Yeah, this is a review bottle, so we'll tell you when that happens. We're not hiding anything. It was sent to us for review, and wow, it's a great bottle, and this is a good score for me. This is an 89. I like it.
So actually, Mark, I had a 90 in my notes from when I first sat down with it and did my tasting, and just sitting here today and going back to it. A lot of that stuff that's coming out bumped it up a notch for me.
I really enjoy it. The Christmas spices that roll through it, a little bit of the pepperiness, and I see what you're saying on this sip from this glass. I did give just a hint of the dill. Is what I get, which is where I think you're referencing the rye.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
loving
present.
that. You know, before we move away, go ahead.
Well-
I'll open some of these so they can see them.
Yeah, go ahead and open those. Now we had talked about when we had bottles sent to us for review that we would not go into is it worth it?
Yeah, because it's free. It didn't cost us anything, and I actually don't even know what it goes for.
It's in their literature,
Oh,
and $39 is retail.
now you got to add in, is it worth it?
We got
Holy moly.
it. Yes.
You're kidding me.
Absolutely. You will not if this is on the shelf for $39.99.
Oh my
You
God.
will not go wrong.
That is very
How
worth
that?
it.
We didn't say well.
I'm
no,
saying
I'm
it.
saying you won't go wrong. You're
Oh.
saying it's worth it.
I'm saying that is
I'm
worth
saying
it.
it's
baby.
worth it.
Wow. That is a steal. Yeah, we talked about not doing an isn't worth it deal. I don't know if we'll be able to hold to that because that's a heck of a price for a very good whiskey. I can see why it was winning awards because it's definitely got a lot going on.
Yes.
We've got these
Now-
out again. 8 ounce, 11 ounce, 12 ounce.
I haven't seen these. I can tell you, this is my style of glass right here. I love that.
You like those?
Boy, that's heavy. It's got a good heavy
Uh-huh.
base on it. Now, okay, the review is done. If you don't want to know about these glasses,
Boom, we're getting into
Cilantro.
glasses.
bye.
Stick
you-
around.
If you want to hear about 5 o'clock glasses for a couple of minutes, we'll just look at them here. Let's
And the
stick around.
contest. You can
And the
win one of
contest.
these.
Yeah. So, I can tell you though, this has a nice heavy base to it.
Yeah.
I love when I'm sitting at home and I just want to drink. 90% of the time, I use a rocks glass.
Yeah.
Very
I know.
occasionally, I'm branching out, maybe using. And I'll tell you my favorites though. I bought Johnny Walker Blue Holiday set a couple years ago that had these wonderfully heavy crystal rocks glasses, and I found out actually they were made by Glencairn. And the only place I've seen them is in the Johnny Walker Blue Holiday pack, and I've thought about buying more of the $200 Johnny Walker Blues just to get more of the glasses. They are so heavy. I should have brought them over to have them out here with these to show you, but yeah, that smaller one though, I can tell you the base on it seems a little bit thicker.
Right.
A
That's
little bit
exactly what I
heavier.
noticed. It's the heaviest glass out of, well, it's at least about the same weight. It's a heavy, heavy glass. And you're right, it feels I mean, it looks petite, but it feels wonderful. Now, my only deal is this something you would throw 1 cube in? I mean, are you throwing
with a bourbon?
right? You're throwing 1 cube in, and then you're just drinking from this because
Yeah.
this I found it the same way. It's
Yeah.
a heavy glass and a smaller kind
No,
of.
generally I'm not trying to nose or take notes or anything when I'm using a rocks glass.
Right.
That's just to sit down, watch a movie, and enjoy a drink.
Right.
And if I want to know something, if I'm going to take notes, I'm going to go back to my Glencairn.
Yeah, for nosing, I like this typical Glencairn kind of almost like a rose or a tulip shape, or I like what I've heard called the Canadian Glencairn, which I don't even think I got one down here handy. It's a little bit more open mouth, closer to almost how this looks. Now, all right, what did you think of this? What do you think of?
This is okay. It's a little bit big for me. I'm telling you right now, I'm right here would be the one. If I was pouring a drink and we're going to sit down,
Simple, good looking.
This one right
Here's
here.
what I liked about this. You're right. This is a massive glass. This is a 12-ounce glass. You know what I was going to ask them? Do they make this exact shape in maybe an 8-ounce glass?
Yeah. Something a little bit smaller.
Yeah, because I love this, and this is a little bit better for nosing. I can nose out of this, and I actually like how my fingers will split this glass. It makes it real comfortable to hold.
I did notice when we sat down and we had Clyde Mays in both of these that really I was getting about the same nosing off of this that I was from the Glencairn.
Yeah, it noses real nice, but I am 100% behind you on that. I like this 8-ounce glass. Now, I want to point out one thing.
I'm going to throat punch you for those.
Oh, you can have them. You can take those. I'll point out one thing, and this is nothing against 5 o'clock rocks, but when I was drinking out of this glass, I thought a little gnat had flown into the alcohol, and I realized that there's a little spot that you probably can't see. We may take a picture. Apparently, wherever that glass thing was broken off, and it's a little like a burn spot, like a scorched glass and a tiny little hole. But it's not a hole, it's just like a divot. But if you can look, you probably can't
They
see.
won't see it.
All right.
Well, no,
can't
you might
see.
be able to.
All right.
Flash it back up there again.
It looks like there's a tiny little gnat in there. And if I had a buddy over and I said, hey, which glass do you have? And he's like, yeah. I go, that is not a bug. All right, it's just a little deal on the bottom. Again, not that it matters, but I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, I'm with you. You don't have to throat punch me, but that is a great glass. I will say I don't have any glasses like that.
Now, where can people find these at?
Right, look at 5 o'clock rocks. It's literally like 5 o'clock. Boom. They even got their little,
You see it on the box.
the little clock thing on there. And then rocks is right on there. And then again, this is a contest. So what you're going to want to do is email us at Scotch Test Dummies. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say we talked about how to do it, and you wanted to do. Oh, you want to do email at Scotch Test Dummies? Let's just have them comment. Just comment on YouTube that you want to be registered, and we'll take your username on
Man,
it.
it's real hard to follow comments on.
Yeah, you kept track of the last one. I'll keep track of it.
Whatever you want. I'm just going to say okay. I'm going to say okay.
I'm thinking that because if you email us on ScotchTestDummies.com, we got small mailboxes on there.
We just
and
got
they fill up
they're
real
bigger.
quick.
They're bigger now.
Yeah, I got to call them and figure that out because it's not showing.
Oh. All right, we're having problems there. We talked
Otherwise,
about
I got to
doing-
sign in every day to the email and go in and delete them and keep up fresh.
Okay.
Otherwise, I can just keep track of comments. And we talked about just doing Twitter, but some of you may not be registered on Twitter.
I wanted to do a Twitter hashtag because you can have some fun with that, but we'll save that for later.
Yeah, just leave us a comment on this video on YouTube to get registered for the 5 o'clock rocks giveaway.
You do have to be subscribed to our channel, though.
I think anybody can comment. Well, yeah.
But to win, you
saying-
gotta actually be a subscriber as well.
Okay.
I think that's
Gotcha.
necessary.
Yes.
And then 5 o'clock rocks told us, hey,
No purchase necessary, but you do have to be a
right,
subscriber.
yeah, just subscribe because we're gonna have more contests. You're gonna want to know about it. So 5 o'clock rocks. Whoever wins will have the option of picking. There's a set of 2 in every one of these, so you can pick the 12-ounce, the 11-ounce rocks, or you can go for Bruno's Love fest here with this 8-ounce one, and it'll be your pick, and they're going to ship it directly to you. So again, just comment under this channel, but we are going to reference this contest in a couple other episodes. Sorry, we're way out of view. We're way out of view.
Yeah, that was nice.
Wow.
We're talking
Good
about
to
them,
see
got
you.
them flashed out there.
Goodness. Well, sorry. That was probably my fault. He'll be like, there ain't no probably about it.
We better go, we're at 25 minutes.
Holy moly.
Yes.
That's longer than a sitcom.
22.
Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro. Dummies.